Hey gang, Uncle Todd here, and we're looking at the opener to Season 3 of The Mandalorian. Luckily, the beginning gives a little recap for those of you who missed the first two seasons. Well, you'll be lost anyway, so. But basically, you've also had to have watched the first season of Boba Fett to learn about things that happened at the end of The Mandalorian, because Mandalorian, of course, is a bounty hunter, and he had a job in which he got this small alien, a infant. Everybody was calling it Baby Yoda until we learned its real name is Grogu, and he became its protector. And at the end of season 2, he had fought Darth Gideon over it and got the Darksaber from him, which now makes him the leader of Mandalore. And he gave Grogu Luke Skywalker to protect and train. But at the end of Boba Fett, Grogu had a choice. He could stay with Luke, or he could go to be with the Mandalorian, or as we now know him, Din Darin. And Grogu decided to go with the Mandalorian. So that's kind of where we're at the beginning of the third season. Now, in the opening, what you would think is a flashback to the Mandalorian's origin of being inducted into the tribe, and turns out no, there is a major attack from a large water beast, and Din Djarin and Grogu show up to basically to the rescue. Now the armorer is not happy to see Din Djarin, because in previous episodes or previous seasons he has voluntarily taken his helmet off in front of people, and that is the ultimate violation of the Mandalorian way, and he is no longer considered a Mandalore by his tribe. Now, they are a faction of the Mandalorian race. They're not really a race anymore. Some are born on Mandalore, others are adopted into the clan, as it were. But there are other sects that don't believe the whole religious aspect of Mandalore way of life. But there is a redemption, unfortunately. Years earlier, the Empire had destroyed Mandalore. It is now just a radioactive husk. And all of the Mandalorians are scattered, and most earn living as bounty hunters and such. Now, but Din Djarin has proof that he got in Boba Fett that it is possible to go back to Mandalore. Perhaps the atmosphere is breathable. And if so, he can go to Mandalore, go to the waters under the mine, bathe in them, and be redeemed as a Mandalorian. So that's his quest now. And his first stop is on the planet of Nevarra, where he runs into his old friend Greef Karga, who is now the High Minister of Nevarra. And he offers Darjin a job, but Darjin doesn't want it. Now, since he helped Karga free the planet from the remnants of the Empire trying to take it over and other factions, Karga is now the High Minister of the planet, and he's trying to keep it independent. Yeah, there's the new rebel republic, I should say, but he doesn't want to be beholden to them either. He wants to stand on his own. And here we see some pirates that come and they want to make trouble. And we get a great Western standoff in which Karga proves he hasn't gone soft as a politician. And Din Darin, he kind of helps him in this situation, pops off a few of the pirates, and states his real reason for coming. He wants to reactivate IG-11, the droid he had in the first season that sacrificed itself to save Grogu and the rest. Well, they don't have all the parts, but they have basically the upper half of the droid, and with some jerry-rigging, they managed to get it working. Unfortunately, it reverted back to basic programming and tried to kill Grogu. So, Ted got bashed in with a statue of Karga dropped on it. Pretty funny. And they take it to a repairman, one of the species that you may remember from Rise of Skywalker. I always love those. Boom, boom. And they find that the memory chip is destroyed. If they can put a new memory chip in, they can reactivate it, but it won't have any of the memories that. But this is who Din Darin wants. He doesn't really like droids to begin with, but this one he's learned to trust, and he's willing to do what it takes to bring him back. So he's off to see if he can find another chip. And while on his way to Kalevala, he runs into the remaining pirate that he let live so he could tell the others that this planet is not to be trifled with. Unfortunately, his boss, Gorian Shard, the pirate captain, he wants the Mandalorian to pay for killing 4 of his men, so he sends a bunch of ships after him, and most of those get destroyed. So now he's even more ticked off, because now Din Darin has killed more men and escaped. He gives Grogu some very important advice before they escape. Never trust a pirate, kid. So this is probably going to be one of the big baddies for the season. But he makes it to Kalevala, where he finds out that all of the Mandalorians that were supposed to be there to help retake Mandalore with Bo-Katan, they've all split off and gone other places. She's the only one left. Because, as we learned in the second season of Mandalorian, she doesn't get the Darksaber. She was supposed to fight Moff Gideon and defeat him and get the Darksaber so she could lead the Mandalorians. But, as it worked out, Din Darin got it instead. And if he wants, he can lead all the Mandalorians. They will follow him, but he can't do that because he needs to redeem himself with the waters of the Mines of Mandalore. And that's where the episode ends, so we're not sure where he's going to go from there. But I'm pretty sure Bo-Katan is going to show up again. We also learned that Cara Dune, you remember that character, she was supposed to get her own spin-off series. There was talks, but then the actress got into some trouble with some of her online comments and refused to apologize or back down, and basically doubled down, and now she's working, I believe, for the Daily Wire. But her character became a member of the Republic Special Forces, so that's how they explain her disappearance. Although that does leave an opening if Disney and the actress ever come to an agreement that she could return. So, who knows? Now, Karga did offer Din Darin the post of marshal. They need their own marshal because Cara Dune was the Marshal, but now she's gone. And of course, those who watched Boba Fett know that at the end of it, Cobb Vanth, who was a marshal in another little town that was fighting off marauders and rebels and pirates, is recovering in Boba Fett's Bacta tank, I think it's called. I don't know, you can correct me. I'm not going to look that one up. And so maybe he will revive and go to Navarra and become their marshal. That'd be great. But, yeah, very good season opener. Left me wanting more. Really looking forward to seeing some of the things that are they've laid the groundwork for now, the quest and enemies popping up. Wondering if Moff Gideon will return, because he was such a big baddie in the first 2 seasons. But yeah, really looking forward to the next episode. Really excited. And that's about all I have to say for this one. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.